Well, hi, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fandom Fights. I'm your host, Mr. Nicholas Tuig, joined at the desk with my lovely friend who is just growing ever so fond of that shirt, Tim Bracala. How you doing, Tim?
Yes, today we are filming something that's quite large for the Fandom Fights, so I wanted to represent my boys Freddie and Jason today. But yes, I do love this shirt very, very much as well. I'm doing great. So excited to be here.
We have a very great match today. Two 1-0s, undefeated peoples who have only had one match thus far. Joe Farrelly and Mike Shea going up against each other, trying to further their position in the Fandom Fights realm. Tim, what do you think about the match?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We saw Joe take on Ross Bristow last season. That was a good match. Joe eked it out there, but Ross put up a good fight in that one. And then we just talked about this. Who did Mike play? Jacob E. West, right? And that was a really great match too. So both players showing kind of that they know their stuff. And Joe, honestly, outside of singles, rookie mistake last season. There was the hot ticket at the end of the season was how good that team was. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Joe can translate that success over to singles.
Interesting it will be indeed, and let's find out what these competitors have to say right now in promos.
All right,
hey, Thomas.
Hey, what's up? New season, new home, new focus. Not really. Same goal. Let's get this W.
Absolutely. Look, I've played Shea a couple of times. Once in Geek. It's more of a 5-way, but sort of edged it out there on betting. I know how strong Mike Shea is in Geek. He's a very, very strong player. It's just going to be how we can fare in the fringe categories, in the not so inner geekdom categories here. He's a very strong player. Not taking anything for granted, but of course, should definitely be polite because, as we all know, manners maketh man.
Just gonna put the finishing touches right there. Okay, I did it. See, it's me, and I'm taking him out, and it says LOL RIP. So yeah.
I mean, welcome back to Fandom Fights. Here is your fandom team going forward. Team name pending goes right here. I have left Andrew Barr and I've come to play with someone who really loves fandom, who really loves geek. Mike, coming to the match against Joe today. Obviously a very scary competitor. You're here with your soundboard, with your Batman screensaver, nice and relaxed. How do you feel about the match today?
That's how I feel. That's how I'm feeling today. Look, Joe's good people. I like good people. I eat good people for not breakfast because I sleep till noon, but we'll call it brunch. But I'm feeling good, and I think that he's gonna make me work for it. But I could stand to lose a couple pounds in guys who can't beat me in trivia. So let's do this.
Let's go.
We are back from those lovely promos. Some fire being spewed. Some hints being dropped of things to come, perhaps. Tim, what do you think of the promos?
The soundboard freaks me out. I like it. But I did like the little drawing that Mike had. That was fun. The manners maketh man. That it haunts my dreams every single night. And now to hear a nice guy like Joe say it haunts me even further. Sweet mercy, what has this world become?
Well, let's find out. Let's bring in our competitors as we get into round one of this Fandom Fights match. Here are the rules for round number one. You will get 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. If you will get 15 seconds to write down your answer, please, once the 15 seconds are up, put your pens down and reveal your answer and say it aloud. If anyone should get all 10 questions correct, you will get a bonus question. Mystery. What could it be? We don't know. But get 10 points and we'll get there. Any questions as we get into round number one?
Nope.
Lovely. Tim, would you like to ask the first question?
I would love to. Question number one is in the category of Disney animation. Kirby is an alien that appears in which Disney animated film? I recently did a full rewatch of these films.
Why?
The Macaw thought it would be smart. Cody thought it would be smart. You thought it would be smart.
And I
thought it would be smart.
I didn't want to do it myself, so that's why I had you do it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
Chicken Little.
And Mike.
Lilo and Stitch.
Chicken Little is the correct answer. As we get into the second question, which is in the category of Wizarding World. What type of location is Credence in when we first see him in The Crimes of Grindelwald?
This movie's bad.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch this or the third Hobbit film?
This one's shorter.
Not by much, though.
Really?
Maybe 10 minutes, maybe.
Shea, just that angle, I can see part of your board. I'm not changing what I've written, but just so you know.
Gotcha. Thanks, buddy.
Pens down. Good sportsmanship going on. Mike, what is your answer?
He was in an apartment.
And Joe?
Circus.
Circus is correct.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Wrong thing.
All right. Next question is in the category of Middle Earth. The character of Bilbo appears in how many Middle Earth films?
You know, I will say this about Mr. Mike Shea. He is, above all else, I would probably never suspect of cheating because we can see not only his monitor, but also his keyboard.
That's true. That's smart. That's smart setup right there.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Joe, who we can't see any of that. I'm just kidding, Joe. You're great. Don't change a thing. Don't change a thing. You're great.
Check out my old matches when I used to be on the sofa.
5, 4, 3.
Sure, you did used to be on the sofa. I forgot about that.
Pens down. I forget where we are, so we'll go back to Mike.
5.
And Joe.
5.
That is incorrect. The answer is 6. We have Fellowship of the Ring, Return of the King, An Unexpected Journey, Desolation of Smog, Battle of the Five Armies, and of course, 1978.
Oh,
nice. Fair play.
The perfect round has been broken.
Indeed, it has. But we will get into the fourth question, which is in the category of Star Trek. And the question is, who was the first person to direct 2 Star Trek films?
Man, I watched one of these movies last night. I don't want to say the name of the movie just in case it sways something, but man alive, was it bad.
Was it, though?
It was pretty awful, dude.
You kind of liked it.
No, I don't.
4,
and everyone kind of likes it. And I'm like, I don't understand.
1. Pens down. We'll go to Joe.
Leonard Nimoy.
And Mike.
William Shatner.
The answer is Leonard Nimoy. Joe leads 3-0. Is that correct, Tim?
That is what I have.
Yes, we get into the next question.
The next one is in Planet of the Apes. In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, what disease is Will trying to cure for the majority of the film? This movie slaps.
Just like the Star Trek movie you watched recently.
I watched Insurrection, and it's fucking terrible. I'm sorry, dude, but it's awful. It's so bad.
I kind of like it.
First Contact was good.
That's good. Glad you changed your opinion on it. 5.
I didn't. I've
4,
always liked that one.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. I don't know. Let's check Letterboxd. Mike.
Furry ape cancer.
Joe.
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's is correct. Yikes.
All right.
The next question is in the category of DC. And the question is, what is the subtitle to the 4th Superman film? The best.
Did you say the best one? It's short. It's the shortest one.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch this one than the one that came before it.
It's good when you're like a 5-year-old watching it on repeat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Joe.
Radioactive Nails, The Quest for Peace.
And Mike.
Thank you, Family Guy. The Quest for Peace.
Correct. Mike gets on the board. Joe leads 5-1. We get to the question.
Yeah, next question is in Disney live action. How many times do the Ducks play Iceland in D2, The Mighty Ducks?
Quack. Quack.
Quack. Quack. Quack. Maggie, quack. Quack.
Maggie? Oh, she makes more of a caw kind of.
Yeah, it's true.
She's a different breed of bird.
Have you ever seen the picture of her with the macaws?
No, is that where the name originated?
No, it originated, and then we went to the zoo and we took a picture.
5, 4. That's crazy.
I'll send it to you. It's pretty great.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Mike
3.
and Joe.
Twice
is the correct answer. They lose and then they win. Yay. Anyway, the next question is in the category of the MCU. Okay.
I want to challenge that. They
Did you
face.
bring in your manager or?
Yeah, I want to talk to Adelaide about that.
Oh, did you put them in? Okay.
So they face them twice, like actual matches, but they also do they get mad at each other one night and have like an impromptu match on the ice during the movie.
I haven't seen the movie. If you've seen it, you're confident. I'd say to just go for it.
What's the full question?
The question again is, how many times do the Ducks play Iceland in D2, The Mighty Ducks?
I mean, they have 3.
If a scrimmage counts as playing, then you have grounds for a challenge.
I'm not saying I can't make a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't specify whether if they face them in the league or just face them on the ice.
Are you guys officially challenging?
I want to challenge that. Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back after this thing that we're going to do.
Into the end.
Welcome back, everyone, from that rousing challenge. We have discovered that the scene Mike was referring to was actually, unfortunately, from D3, the Mighty Ducks, where they play the varsity team, which, you know, it's kind of dumb that they go from being an Olympic team to like a junior varsity team in a high school. But let's not talk about that. Unfortunately, Mike will be losing his challenge.
That's fine.
The point will be awarded to Joe. The answer is still 2, and we will move on to the next question, which I believe is my question.
I believe it is, yes.
And the question is in the category of the MCU. And the question is, what does Drax suggest to Quill and Thor as a solution to who should be in charge at the end of Avengers Endgame?
So you have to choose, okay?
Okay.
You have to choose between being in the world of the Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
or the world of Thor. Which one do you choose?
Is that not the same world?
It's the same world, but different ideas.
4,
Asgard.
3. Well, one of them is not Thor anymore. 1. Ben's down.
Asgard is the people.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Well, anyway, let's go to Joe.
A knife fight.
And Mike.
I said fight for it.
I'm okay with both.
Yeah, I would accept with both.
The quote is like, you should fight each other for the honor of leadership.
Ooh, let's use knives. Okay, next question is in the category of Fandom Oscars, everyone's favorite category. What was the first Pixar film to win the Oscar for Best Original Song?
Tim, right now, Wayne Brady style, give me a Best Original Song.
In the style of what?
Vaudeville.
Okay, all right. 5. 3, 2, 1.
I gotta repeat.
Repeat.
Joe, you're using a repeat.
Mike called a repeat about 4.
Go ahead.
Right. Fandom Oscars. What was the first Pixar film to win the Oscar for Best Original Song?
No, we have time for now.
Shit.
We have time to talk about how dumb the fact that the Mighty Ducks are an Olympic level hockey team who then go to a high school and become a junior varsity level.
It was strange, but as I've said 1,000 times before, Gordon Bombay is the baddest motherfucker.
Five.
Man,
4,
that guy is badass.
2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Mike
Toy Story.
and Joe.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. is the correct answer. Wouldn't have nothing that didn't have you. All right.
That won the Oscar?
Yeah, it did.
It's a perfect piece of musical arrangement, so yes.
Your final question is in the category of Star Wars.
Nothing but Star Wars.
And the question is, what is the name of the card game that Lando and Han play on 2 separate occasions in Solo? A Star Wars.
Yeah, they're kind of dropping the whole Star Wars story thing, huh?
Well, they did 2 Star Wars stories, and they weren't the best.
Yeah.
Rogue One is a gem, sir.
I love Rogue One. Tim hates it, but like Solo was just kind of meh.
Hate's a strong word.
Tim's not a fan.
There's only like one Star Wars movie I hate.
Attack of the Clones, right?
That's weird because the Clone Wars movie exists. But 5,
I'd say that's probably the one.
3. Well, that's weird because there's other movie settings. 1. Pens down. We will start with Mike
Sabak.
and Joe.
Sabak.
Both correct. As we finish round 1, I have a score of Joe 9, Mike 3. Tim, yes?
That is what I have as well.
All right.
Bilbo.
As we get into round number 2, here's how round number 2 will work. We have a lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. I will quickly learn how to share the wheel while I explain the rules of round 2. It's going to be very exciting. We will spin the wheel. If you do not like what you spin on the first time, you may get a chance to spin again. However, you are stuck with what you spin the second time. Each question will be worth 2 points unless you decide to check down to multiple choice, in which case they will only be worth 1. Everybody, be on your guard. Stealing, if you miss, the other person could steal. It's dangerous. It's scary. Adds an edge. All right. Joe, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or second? And we will bring in Mr. Eanes.
Great first round. Go game plan. Spin first.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, I shall be spinning first, please.
All right. Your spin is away. Lands on James Bond.
Yeah, we'll keep that.
All righty. Okay, Tim.
Finally.
Tim, would you like to read the bonds?
Sure.
All
My
right.
favorite category. I'll read it. All right. Are you ready, Joe?
Uh-huh.
Your first question. What was the second film that Roger Moore played Bond in?
The Man with the Golden Gun.
That's correct for 2 points. All right. Your next question. Who kills M at the end of Skyfall?
Silva or Tiago Rodriguez, whichever name you prefer.
I like them both.
I like them both too. Yeah, that's correct for 2 points. All right, your next question. What sport do Goldfinger and Bond play together in Goldfinger?
Golf.
That is correct for 2 points. What is 009 dressed as they die in Octopussy?
A clown.
That is correct for 2 points. Terrible fucking movie. Okay. And
Yeah, not great.
your final question. At the start of The Living Daylights, Bond helps aid the escape of a KGB officer from what type of location?
An opera house.
That is correct for 2 points.
Right. Joe getting a clean sweep of James Bond, 10 for 10. As we get into Mike's spin, Tim, if you could bring in Mike's manager.
Just before the spin, I need to send a quick text, but I'm going to do it right up here and put my phone down once it's sent.
Lovely. Here is the wheel. And Mike, your spin is away. lands on Fandom quotes.
I mean, take it, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking we take it.
All right, just remind you, you can use all 15 of your seconds just to think through the answer. Just, I recommend you take your time. That way you don't jump on an answer and accidentally miss it.
Yeah.
All right.
You got this.
Thanks.
Sounds like the category will be taken. Mike, your questions in Fandom quotes will be coming to you momentarily. And are you prepared for them?
Yeah.
All right. Your first question is, what MCU actor says, "You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors. Just a little rock, paper, scissors joke for you"?
You wanted the actor or the character's name?
You would need to use a repeat for
Okay.
that information.
I guess repeat.
All right. The question again. What MCU actor says, "You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors. Just a little rock, paper, scissors joke for you"?
Taika Waititi.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Which DreamWorks character said the following line? "Blue flower, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind"?
Donkey.
That is correct for 2 points.
I love that. Love that scene.
Your third question in Fandom quotes. Which Batman villain said, "A lot of tape and a little patience make all the difference"?
The Penguin.
That is correct for 2 points.
Officially brought himself out of knockout territory.
Correct. Your fourth question in the category of Fandom quotes. In Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, when Koba says, "Caesar weak," what is Caesar's response?
Multiple choice.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, Koba weaker, B, apes together strong, C, Caesar strong, D, Koba scared.
B.
B is incorrect. We will go to Joe for the 1 point steal. The options again are A, Koba weaker, B, apes together strong, C, Caesar strong, D, Koba scared.
D, Koba scared.
It is also incorrect. We were looking for A, Koba weaker.
Yeah.
As we get into the final question of round 2, and the question is, what Marvel hero said, "There is another world beneath it, the real world, and if you want to survive it, you'd better learn to pull the trigger"? Five, four,
Multiple choice.
3. Okay. Multiple choice options are A, Agent K, B, Ghost Rider, C, Daredevil, D, Blade.
D. Blade.
Blade is correct for 1 point.
Nice.
As we end round 2, we have a score of Joe's 19 to Mike's 10.
Yep.
As we get into round number 3, here's how round number 3 will work. It is everyone's favorite, the betting round. You will have 5 questions in the realm of random fandom categories. You will get to choose after hearing the category if you would like to bet between 0 and 2 points. If you hit the question, you will gain those points. If you miss the question, you will lose those points. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
Okay, managers will be brought in for the first question, which is in the category of the Wizarding World.
All right. Mike, we're 9 down. You need to run with all 5 of these.
Thomas, I'm thinking Tatooine for this.
All right, I was thinking Marlin, but if you want to.
Yeah, I think Tatooine.
Okay.
These codes get more and more complex every year. Are everyone good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, bets starting with Mike.
3.
Okay, we're going to give you 2. And
You
Joe.
can only do up to 2.
Sorry, I drew a blank.
All good. And Joe.
I'm in so many leagues.
Just the one, please.
All right. Joe betting 1, Mike betting 2. The question in the category of Wizarding World. Who destroys Slytherin's locket in the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Have you ever destroyed a locket?
Yes.
Tell me, Timmy, have you ever been in a cockpit before?
I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked before?
What the fuck is happening?
Do you like movies about gladiators?
2.
I'm so confused.
1, pens down. It seems to be references happening. We'll start with Joe.
Joe, come on.
Joe, go ahead.
Wrong.
And Mike.
Ron.
Ron Weasley is the correct answer. Mike will get 2 points. Joe will get 1. As we get to the next question, which is in what category, Tim?
It is in the category of Marvel, regular Marvel.
All right, Mike.
Yeah.
Just the one. Just this one.
Thank you.
I'm thinking we just go X-Wing on this.
Could go X-Wing or Hoth.
I think X-Wing. I'm thinking X-Wing on this one.
Mike, I'm thinking Christophsis. What do you think?
I don't know. I was thinking Bloodnovsky. What about you?
Very good manager.
You decide. Yeah.
Yes, and we're good. We'll start bets from Joe
0.
and Mike.
2.
All right. The Green Hornet reference. Tim, please read the question.
Your question in Marvel. Who directed The New Mutants?
New movie.
We asked a question about this the
That
other day.
movie happened.
The competitor went.
I actually loved this movie, probably because I hadn't seen a movie in several months, and it was the first one.
I've seen it like 3 times now, and the first time I was like, yeah! Like me and Coho were messaging, and we were like, yeah!
Yeah.
And then I saw it again and was like, sure. And then it came out right, and I went,
4, 3. I'm still at okay, it's pretty good. 2, 1. Pens down, starting with Joe.
I forget.
And Mike.
Couldn't pull it.
The answer is Josh Boone. And
Oh, right, that guy.
we still have a game. So we will go to the third question, which is in the category of horror icons.
Oof.
Reliant.
Yeah, the Reliant.
See, Mike, courtesy is to bet 2. If you like to, you can. Because I know Joe's betting 0 the rest of the way.
I mean, I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Not really.
No. Okay.
See, I told you 0 was a good choice on that last one.
All right, let's get bets, starting with Joe.
0.
And Mike.
2.
All right, your question in the category of horror icons. In the Halloween series, what U.S. state is Haddonfield, the home of Laurie Strode, in? You appear to be missing this representation on your shirt there, Tim.
yeah. Mikey Mike quite isn't on here, but it's okay. He lives in my heart.
It'd be off to the side of the frame somehow.
So Freddie Fox.
Blu-rays are right up there.
Oh, okay. I can definitely make those out. 5,
Sadness.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe for stats.
Illinois.
And Mike.
Maine.
And your winner, Hot Fuzz Joe Farrelly, with a final score of 20-8. Yes, Tim?
Yes.
Yes, the answer was Illinois. Yeah, that's how it shakes out. Tim, thoughts on the match?
Yeah, good match. It looked like Mike was mounting a comeback there with quotes. I was a little shocked when he put it on the wheel, and then I was especially more shocked when he decided to keep it, and he proved why he should keep it. He was pretty good at quotes. But I mean, just like the betting round didn't quite shake out that one Marvel question. Hurt him. If he had gotten that, we'd probably still be going, but it is what it is. That's how the game works.
Indeed, I couldn't agree more. We will get some thoughts from our players today. Who do we usually start with? We start with we will start with our unfortunate loser today. Mike, like Tim said, I was equally as shocked when you went with quotes, and then you started running the table on quotes. So what makes you a quotes guy?
I don't know what it is. Adelaide asked me the same thing. Like, why quotes? It's like it's a thing that's been in my family like since I was a kid. Is people would drop a random quote at like a family gathering, and somewhere in the house you hear somebody go, "Mike, what movie is that from?" And I would just know it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the acting background, but quotes, just, I don't know. I can pull quotes more than I can pull facts for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Interesting. Very interesting. Spence, how do you think Mike did today?
I think Mike's problem today was something a lot of competitors have. They're just generally worse at the very beginning of the season. They've had that off season. They sort of just relax their way into the holiday season, and just tension isn't there. And that's going to change. When me and Mike come in for teams, we're going to rock our shit because I have faith in him. And today wasn't indicative of his skills. The fact that they both missed the Marvel question shows that Joe is fallible, and we could have won it today, and we just didn't. Coming to Fandom teams, pending name, we will be there, and I believe Mike will play a lot better, maybe better than me. I believe in him, and I think he can do this.
And I think a lot of today comes into, for lack of a better word, ill prepared for just what kind of question content there was going to be.
Yeah.
I come from a lot of leagues that are just straight geek, like, your comic book movies, your sci-fi, your fantasy. And so now that I know kind of the greater breadth of things you guys are looking for in this division, now I have a better idea what I need to prepare for next time so I can come back even stronger.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. Real quick, what are your thoughts on Joe's performance today? And is there anyone you are looking to play next?
As far as looking to play next, I always say I don't go looking for fights. I let them come to me. So taking all comers. As far as Joe's a hell of a performer. Joe's a hell of a competitor. I always, I watched a bunch of his matches coming into this, and I knew the guy knew his stuff. Like with most competitors, you hit that strength, that bond. And everything, you just see the light at the end of the tunnel from there. So, props to Joe. He really did a great job.
I mean, as Joe's former manager, like, he is a great talent. I'm really happy to see him doing as well as he, especially how he did last season in teams. And honestly, he can make a run for it. And I hopefully the loss today sets him up for a longer streak of wins in the future.
All right, absolutely. Well, thank you both. Let's get some words now with our winner today. Joe and Thomas. Joe, you finally did it. You hit Bond. You were 1 point off a perfect round, nearly missing a knockout from time to time. How do you feel about your performance today?
Yeah, I feel good. It was definitely a common thing in my history in the geek leagues was that I'd always hit 9 before I started hitting the perfect rounds, and it was unfortunate. It was that damn animated movie just caught me off guard completely. You just blinks it out of existence while you've got those 15 seconds. But no, I feel good. It is good to hit Bond. I've pretty much put it on the wheel every time I've played, and the only time it's come up was when someone spun opponent's choice and we gave it to them, and I think they went perfect as well. So it's nice to answer the questions and hopefully get some of the less deep cuts out of there, so the questions come and start with more deeper cuts the further we go on in this tournament and in other leagues, which works better for me, and if I have to give it to someone for opponent's choice as well.
All right. Sounds good. Thomas, how do you feel about Joe today? He was one of the favorite rookies of last year. Rookie mistake, obviously going all the way to the title match at Final Order. What do you think about Joe today and Joe's potential for the future?
He played great. It was a good call. Not to go with the Josh Boone question, but hey, we'll get it next time. Look forward to what he can do this season. I mean, it's a new season. Like I said, we got a new home. Anything's possible.
All right. Joe,
Yeah, definitely hats off to Mike. I was going to say for that quotes run, that was very impressive. And I think he's just got caught up in exactly what happened to me when I first came into fandom. It's that I know I'm a good geek player. I think I can get by on that, and it didn't happen. And I had to learn from that as well, and I'm sure Mike will, because the geek knowledge he has, if he can apply the same sort of studying that he does to his geek, then it won't be long before he's a strong fandom player as well.
Absolutely. Joe, we do have your next opponent, which I believe we can announce right now. You will be playing Mr. Nico Suave Rigoli.
Hey, I've never played him before. That's great. That's
yeah.
great.
What do you think of your chances? What are you looking forward to when playing Nico?
I've mainly seen Nico playing Geek, really. Not seen him play in fandom as much. I haven't had a chance to check out his matches, so I don't know where those other strengths in those other categories lie. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one. I love Nico. I think he's an absolutely fantastic guy. Always fun to be on a stream with, but I've never actually played a match one-on-one against him. So this is going to be great.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you both for being here. Congrats again on the win. And Tim, let's take it home.
Yes, let's. Sorry, I was doing something else. Yeah. Hi. No, this was a good match. Joe playing Nico is going to be pretty interesting. They both now apparently have manners, but what the fuck does that even mean anymore? Yeah, I'm excited to see what Joe does next. I'm excited to see what Mike and Adelaide do in their team that they have announced. So all bright futures, I think, here today. Looking forward to it.
Indeed. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us for this exciting episode of Fandom Fights. I have been Nick. There's been Tim. There was Spence and Joe and Thomas Eanes and Mike Shea. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you again next time with another great match.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.